Lee Stensness, who's had a pretty ordinary tour, but has the advantage of playing at second five today, and Ronnie Clark, who's out of position on the wing. Captain John Mitchell will get plenty of support from his midweek pack with the lively Lucies of Henderson and Barry and the tall timber of Fromont and Larson. Fromont is over his stomped-on shoulder. The emerging players side contains 15 uncapped men, but the majority of the team has faced the All Blacks in one of the tour's earlier divisional matches. The two players likely to trouble the All Blacks are the inside backs. Halfback Matthew Dawson from the Midland game, considered by the tourists as the best man in that position they've played against, and first five Mike Catt, the South African-born player. In the pack there are big raps on Lucy Steve Ojimo, while at lock Andy Blackmore returns after a 3-week stand-down from concussion received in the South-West game. They'll be captained like the All Blacks from number 8. Now, the latest news we have on Matthew Cooper's groin injury is that it's making him a pretty doubtful starter for this Sunday's test to Twickenham, even though Laurie Mains is giving him until test morning to be fit. Now, our contact watching them train in the snow just the other day said he was walking like John Wayne with piles. Well, cross your fingers he gets over this hiccup. Make yourself another cuppa. We're back in a few moments with Kickoff Live Rugby here on Sky Sport.
After nearly a year of refinement on tour, the new Top Flight Tour Model Series is here.
Hey guys.
3 new golf balls in 90 and 100 give you so much feel around the greens, you may forget they're Top Flights. But don't worry. On the tee, you'll be reminded. The new Top Flight Tour Models.
Did you realize that if you were going to spend about $30,000 on an everyday car, you can buy one of these cars instead? An investment in luxury, safety and performance, all backed by a factory warranty so comprehensive that it equals even that of a brand new BMW. Approved used BMWs, only from authorized BMW dealers.
May I help you?
Oh, thank you. I'd like to report something stolen.
Oh, okay. Would you like to fill out this form?
You better do it for me. I'm much to accept.
Okay, then. What was stolen?
My mind?
And when was your mind stolen?
Oh, that's just a little girl.
Oh. And who stole your mind?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be here, would I?
Well, we have to have a name.
Just about everybody I ever knew.
And where did this happen?
Just about every place I ever was.
And why did you allow it?
Because I wanted them to love me.
The puck drops here, and here is action. Power, speed, skill, competition. When you're on the ice with the National Hockey League. America's National Hockey League, only on Sky Sports.
Welcome back to DB Draft Sky Rugby, live from Kingsholm Rugby Ground at a very cold Gloucester. It's the All Blacks versus the emerging players. Commentators for this breakfast time match are Wayne Graham and Grant Nisbet.
Here of just how cold it is at Gloucester tonight as the All Blacks perform the haka. It really is very cold indeed. but we're looking forward to a very interesting game, the 10th match of the All Blacks tour of England and Scotland. A welcome to you. The referee today is Didier Menet from France. This is the first match the All Blacks have played under lights on this tour. They have another one to play next weekend, or next midweek, against the combined services. Set to go then, and referee Menet gets the game underway, and Shane Howarth kicks out for the All Blacks. This first match under lights immediately is taken down by Ojimo for the emerging player side, and already trouble for the halfback Matthew Dawson, and the referee has given the first scrum to the All Blacks. Wayne Graham in the commentary with me this evening. That's a controversial decision. First up, Wayne.
Yes, it is, but it gives the All Blacks a chance to attack, and the All Blacks will be keen to get into this game. But there's a kick against the All Blacks now. He marches them back 10 metres.
Well, a little bit of dissent shown there by the All Blacks. They didn't like the decision. It was against John Preston for putting the ball under his own hooker's feet. And so the emerging players side have the kick. And it's made by Mike Catt, putting it high into the sky here and knocked forward by the All Blacks, but it's regained by the England team just out from the 22. And so they made a good start as it's taken in there. Finding it as number 4, that's Dave Sims. There are 2 changes in the middle row of this emerging players team. Still holding it in there. They've made it up to the 22. Good control. Halfback Dawson. Away he goes. Good little burst by Dawson. All Blacks haven't had many tries scored against them on tour. In fact, only 3 in the 10th game. Charging on goes Dean Ryan. This is an outstanding start, but the whistle's gone. And the All Blacks penalised for diving in over the top, and a penalty opportunity in the first couple of minutes.
Yes, well, it was a tremendous start by the emerging players side, really taking it to the All Blacks, especially up front. The penalty there going against the All Blacks gives the emerging players the opportunity to put the early points on the board.
Just a couple of minutes gone in the game, and it's Challoner from wide out. I'm sure the crowd will tell you across on the far side it's no goal. In fact, it's well out in front, and Shane Howarth called for the fair catch, and it's been awarded by the referee.
Yes, he is. How do you know?
It was a good take by Howarth, Grant. He read it well. It was a dangerous kick. It slid across the front of the post, and Howarth was there on hand to claim the mark and clear it away for the All Blacks.
Howell's kick, not a good one. Not finding touch, taken by Paul Hull, the left winger. He's got a ton of pace too. Under it is Mitchell. All sorts of interference there, it would seem, but finally taken down. And knock on, says the referee. And a defensive scrum for the All Blacks. They've been under all sorts of pressure in the first couple of minutes.
They have, and I think the high kick's going to be very hard to handle here this evening. The lights are not particularly high in the sky, and if that ball gets high, it's going to be difficult to pick it up.
Back it goes for Steve Bishop, and his kick is a better one. And in fact, it's a very good kick from Stephen Bishop. And they'll line out 5 metres on the All Black side of halfway. One World of Sport at the King's Home Ground in Gloucester, the 10th match of the All Black Tour. Taken in nicely by Matthew Dawson. He's made a good start. Strong fend on Stephen Bishop. Away it goes now. Challoner up as the extra man. Puts the kick in for Hull, but he's kicked it a bit far. But nevertheless, it's a good one. And it keeps the emerging players very much on attack.
It's good play by the emerging players. It went deep in the line out. The little halfback Dawson set it up beautifully. Challenger slipped up the blind side. Look for position on the field and keeps the All Blacks back in defence.
So Norm Hewitt to throw to the line-out. Larson's at 2. Fromont's further back. Larson got high. It's untidy for Preston. And the All Blacks concede the ball this time. John Preston made his test debut here at Gloucester against the USA at the World Cup. And it was a memorable game for him with 14 points. Again, it's a bit untidy in behind the All Black line-out. Playing with real commitment, these England emerging players, but the All Blacks just moving them back a metre for a moment. And now which way will this go? It's gone to the England team. Taken in by the All Blacks. And a good attacking scrum here.
This emerging players side, Grant's got some big men in it. 4 and 5, Weston, Sims, both very big locks. I think they'll pack down a pretty impressive scrum. The loose forwards are big men as well.
Now the scrum set. Or is it? No, Graham Purvis is still up. Well, with the steam rising from those packs, it's some indication just how cold it is. But I think if anything, it's warmed up a little from earlier in the day. Now they move it across to Hopley. Got through a couple of rather ineffectual tackles before the defence finally arrived in centre field. Ball still coming back. Here it is now for Dawson. He's had a good start. My word, he has. Matthew Dawson. They ruck it again. Now Ryan brings it out. And another penalty against the All Blacks. They're infringing early. And this time offside. And another chance.
Yes, it's all defence from the All Blacks at the moment. The England side is taking it to the midfield, setting it up. Trying to get that quick ruck ball. It's just not coming quick enough for them, but the infringements are coming from the All Black side. Once again, we see Challoner with the chance to add some points.
Steve Ajomo playing on the open side flank as Paul Challoner lines up his second shot of the night. Six minutes gone and Challoner's astray again. That's two opportunities. And it remains at 0-0. And the All Blacks perhaps a little fortunate to be in that position.
Well, that was a relatively simple kick, that one. It should have gone over. Valuable points go wasted for the English side.
Shane Howe looks to kick it. That player charged over the mark. It really shouldn't have been allowed, but however the referees let it continue. And Steve Bashop has cleared for touch. Well, that hooker, Kevin Dunn, definitely charged over the mark. You can see he charged over the line, and that simply is not allowed. Deep throw down the back, Ojomo against Henderson. All Blacks haven't had any ball to speak of yet in the game, but this time they'll get the putter to the scrum. It's been lost forward by the emerging players.
Yes, this English side, Grant's got some big players towards the end, towards the tail of the line out. All Blacks just a little short in that position.
Ball coming back. Now Preston punching the kick away downfield. He's got good distance into it, but he's just overcooked it a little. And he's put it out on the full, John Preston, so they'll have to go all the way back to the line-out, which is in All Black territory.
Yes, the idea was right for Preston, but just too far.
One world of sport at Gloucester. The All Blacks against the emerging players. Some big men in this emerging players team as Blair Larson takes it in. The All Blacks finally get a clean line-out. Just on their own side of halfway, and they set up a drive now. Taking a wee while to get going in this game, the All Blacks. haven't had as much experience perhaps under the lights. Now they smuggle it back for Preston. This time he pushes the kick infield. Charging him after trying to bring it under control was a Ronnie Clark. Might have been lost forward by the All Blacks, but play on, says the referee, and it's coming on the All Black side. Preston dabbing down the blind side. Not much room and not much support in field. And in the end pushed out by Chris Sheesby.
Yes, Preston content just to work the short side and work its way up the touchline and try and get the All Blacks into an attacking position. First time they've really had an attacking chance.
Kevin Dunn with Sims at the middle, at the front of the line. Richard West in the middle. They dragged down quite a good amount of line-out ball early. Dawson feeds it away, and the kick is a useful one, this time by Mike Catt, facing the All Blacks for the third time on this tour.
Come on, England!
10 minutes gone on the first half, no score. The emerging players have had two opportunities. Fremont got nice and high that time, and the All Blacks have a penalty this time as the emerging players come through in an offside position, and Shane Howarth indicates he would like to shoot for goal. Well, Wayne, it's been a cold day in Gloucester, but I have the feeling it might be a little warmer now, as I said earlier, than it was maybe at 1 o'clock.
Well, it's certainly warmed up to what it was this afternoon. It was freezing fog here at 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. A cold front coming in over Russia, reportedly, Grant, and really cooling the place down. A real Central Otago hoarfrost here this afternoon.
Well, they had black scrim all over the ground, which was only lifted about half an hour before kickoff.
It's definitely not the sort of evening you want to be standing around. The players keen to keep involved.
Shane Howarth's goal kicking on this tour has been outstanding. 56 points in the 4 games that he's played so far. And this looks like a pretty accurate kick too. Just coming down short though. Didn't quite get the distance. And so Catt with the clearing kick. He's kicked it straight down to Paul Henderson standing out wide. Good tackle made on him, but Blair Larson was quickly there to recover it for the All Blacks in good position. Now it's snapped up by Mark Allen, heading straight ahead. Makes it to the 22, and they set it again. Now Preston. First time the backs have had an opportunity as Bashop bangs it up into the lights again. And well claimed by Liam Barry. Now the All Blacks go again. Bashop across to Eric Rush having his first run. Good tackle made on him though by Paul Holford. All Blacks though able to string together 3 or 4 rucks in a row. They've got there again to recover. John Mitchell straight up the middle this time. They're about 10 or 12 metres out. Now they swing it away to the left. Still controlled in there. Very difficult to combat this sort of play. Marching up 2 or 3 metres short. It's in the arms of Blair Larson there. John Preston directing the traffic. Larson, they've still got it. Now they go again, driving off Larson. Being held out. Fremont has it. Now Mark Allen has it. Mark Allen diving. He came up short, did he? Yes, he did. Good defence in the end by the emerging players.
Yes, the hard work was done. Started with the Waikato forwards, Mitchell and Purvis, but there we see Allen just stopped inches short. Tries to free it up, but the referee very quick to blow it. Scrum, emerging players.
.14 minutes gone on the first half, no score.
This will be a testing scrum for the emerging players. I'm sure the All Black experience, especially in that front row, will want to make it this a big scrum for them.
Whistle has gone, and a free kick against the emerging players. The All Blacks want to take it quickly, but they've got to take it from the correct place. So John Preston will bring it back for a better angle. Across to John Mitchell, running it out towards centre field. Now Preston, away for Basham. Now Stensness, Ronnie Clark looking for the gap again. The tackling is solid. All Blacks get there quickly again, though. Larson carries it on. And let's have a look. Yes, penalty. Players offside there. And another penalty for the All Blacks and another chance for Shane Howarth.
Blair Larson there just carrying the ball on for the All Blacks, but I think they'll free it up and move it around the field is the call. Just slowing it down. They're keen to maul at these big All Black forwards in the midweek pack, but I think the move would be to move it around the field. Ronnie Clark there had the chance. Here we are. Norm Hewitt picks it up, sets it again. They're keen to maul it. They're keen to keep the ball in the air, the All Black forwards. It comes to Larson again. He takes it another step, goes to ground. Then we see the England players coming through, offside position, penalty, New Zealand.
Shane Howarth from a much handier position this time, and it sneaks inside the right-hand post, and the first points in the game, and the All Blacks lead after 17 minutes by 3-0.
Good points by Howarth. The All Blacks withstood the early pressure. The emerging players side came out and really took it to the All Blacks, but that's a good comeback. Those are valuable points, and that'll give the midweek team a lot of confidence.
So Mike Catt with the restart, high into the lights again. Fromont got high, but he misjudged it totally. Answers for Dawson, who puts the little kick in, and the fair catch made by Ronnie Clark, playing on the right wing tonight. All Blacks have been putting a lot of practice into their punting the ball, and that's a good clearance by Clark. No tries on the tour so far for Ronnie. Kevin Dunn looking way down the back. Barry got up high. It's coming on the emerging player's side, though. Although, is it? I think it's been taken in by Paul Henderson. Yes, it has. Now Basham onto the left boot this time. Challoner going back. And not able to let it go over the goal line. And forced to make the kick for touch.
Yes, good kick there from Basham. Really looking for position on the field. Just rolls it down and towards the corner flag. All Blacks now on attack. Have a short line out called with Hewitt to put in.
Larson 4 and Fromont 5. Free jump for Larson. Beautifully guided down for Preston. Out for John Mitchell. Again charging towards centre field to try and create the big blind. Preston, they keep it coming though. Basham. Little kick and chase. Challoner goes back. Has to let it bounce. Clears, but straight across towards Eric Rush. And Rush will go in. All the pace in the world, Eric Rush, and the All Blacks have their first try of the night.
Great try there from Eric Rush. He was waiting out on his left wing. The pressure came through from the little chip kick from Basham. Just watch it here. It comes back to Basham. He puts it over the top of the England backs who were up flat in defence, chasing through there. Challoner, terrible kick across in front of his goalpost, and here's Eric Rush. Picks it up, runs straight through. Easy points for Rush. Great try for the All Blacks.
Well, once he got into the clear, Eric Rush, they were never going to stop him. And that's another try on tour for Eric Rush, who's third.
Challoner had all sorts of trouble trying to clear that one off his own line, Grant. His option was to kick back in front of the post. Howarth has the opportunity to add the extra points.
Rush creating a good angle for Shane Howarth, and he duly puts over the extra 2, and the All Blacks have absorbed the early pressure. They now lead by 10-0. Cat with the restart, claimed by Blair Larson, although they're having trouble, I think, looking into the lights. All Blacks not terribly sure under that high ball.
Yes, they do seem to have a lot of difficulty in picking those kickoffs up. Obviously coming down in a light.
Charging off the side and making a good tackle, Paul Henderson, was a Jomo. And penalty against the All Blacks. Well, Hewitt gets into a bit of trouble. Hello, it's all on here. Well, I didn't actually see how that started, but it just got a little out of hand for a moment.
There was just a bit of push and shove stuff there for a while, Grant, but it definitely did get a little bit out of hand.
John Mitchell's been told by the referee, and it's maybe we can pick it up here. Nothing much to report there.
Challoner will definitely be looking to put this one through after his 2 early misses.
Practically out in front this time is Paul Challoner, and finally he gets one. Having missed 2 earlier, Paul Challoner lands the goal, and the All Blacks lead 10 points to 3, 22 minutes gone. Shane Howarth in with the restart on this freezing cold night in Gloucester, and John Preston makes a nice dab for the All Blacks. 5 or 6 metres out from the 22. Eric Rush goes in and plays at halfback. Now Larson, who's had a storming tour, coming over as a replacement, remember. He's played 6 of the 10 games. Now it's away. Marty Berry whips it across. Stensness left it behind. Did Shane Howarth. And Ronnie Clark is penalised for not releasing the ball. Kick made by Challoner. Well, they've been very competitive, Wayne.
Yes, they have. It's been good defence from the emerging players' side. They're making their first tackles. We saw that time Clark lowered.
Done with the throw. Good leap that time by West. Now Cat has a go. Liam Barry makes the tackle on him. 10-metre line, All Black territory. Comes back for Preston. Not quite such a good kick by John Preston this time. Challoner gets another go at it. And that's a big kick down for Stephen Bashop, who lets it bounce. And fortunately for him, it bounces over the goal line. And you can still see the frosty grass in the corner there. The whole ground was like that earlier. One World of Sport at Kingsholm in Gloucester. 10 points to 3, the All Blacks lead. Untidy tap. And the All Blacks don't make much progress out of that.
Yes, slap back. They're back inside their 22. The crowd is quite close to the ground really giving the home side a lot of support, Grant. From attacking positions, they're really getting in behind them. Big line out the emerging players got.
The man from Wasps, Kevin Dunn. Yes, they have got a big line out. They've won a few of them. John Mitchell can't make the tackle this time. Taking it on the 22. Comes for Dawson. Cats a pretty competitive sort of first 5-8. He doesn't mind running at the forwards, but they've turned it over by the looks of things. Or have they? Well, it's all black ball anyway. It was taken in by the England emerging players, and it didn't emerge.
Yeah, Mike Cat definitely competitive from first 5-8s. He doesn't mind running at the All Black forwards. That time he was lowered. The ball didn't come free for the emerging players, so the ball goes to the All Blacks. Very competitive game, Grant.
Well, there was some doubt earlier today whether in fact it would be played at all. Lee Stensness is going to do the kicking this time. And the whistle's gone. Now what's the story here?
I think of Ronnie Clark penalised for being in front of the kicker.
All Black non-players looking on. Jeff Wilson, that huge test match the other day, sitting next to Ingham. And another chance here for the emerging players. Challoner's going to have another shot at goal.
Well, it came from a regulation move from set play. They moved the ball across to Stensness for the Wipers kick. Clark just up in front of him. Referee Mene very quick to penalise him.
Challoner then looking to reduce the deficit even further. He's got this one on target as well. That's 2 penalty goals. It's 10-6.
Well, Paul Challoner got rid of the early nerves now. Replies with 2 good penalty goals from handy positions.
"27 minutes gone in the first half as Shane Howarth gets us going again. All Blacks have it in there, taken in by Mark Allen. Now Preston, away for Bashop. He's going to continue with the kicking game. Challoner coming forward to meet it. The All Blacks coming forward to meet him. Ball loose near the goal line, and let's see what he says, the referee. 5-metre scrum.
Well, it really did take off from that high ball. It looked as though it might have come off an All Black, but referee rules it. No, it came off an English player. 5-metre scrum right out in front of the sticks.
Well, they should have something worked out here. Preston. Scrum under a bit of pressure as it starts to turn, and in fact it turns too far.
Well, I just wonder the communication at scrum time there. I hear the call Aussie coming out. I think Liam Barry's supposed to come round, take the ball off Mitchell.
Well, Mitchell's gone the other way. Now they join in. Larson holds it up, wants to straighten it. Now Hewitt takes it straight up the middle, just a couple of metres short. There it is now for Larson. Likes to run in the open, Blair Larson. Preston, he's under pressure as well. It's all a bit untidy. Hands in there as well. And in the end, the emerging players get the ball.
It was a great tackle by Ojimo there. He really lowered Larson when he made the break off the side. Took him low.
Defensive scrum then to be fed by Dawson eventually. Well, that's an awkward one. And in the end, a very good recovery.
It was too. Dawson got it away. Challoner really settled into his game. Beautiful punt under pressure.
About 10 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-6 the All Blacks lead. Again, they go for the short line out. Larson taps easily, but the gap closed rather too quickly for the referee's liking. Back it goes for Cat to make the kick, but he's kicked it straight to a Ronnie Clark with a bit of room to move. Oh, and he's a hard man to stop. He went sailing past Hull. Good run here by Clark. Now the support arrives in the form of Marty Berry as the All Blacks set it just near the 22. Away it goes. Hewitt playing at first 5'8". He'll straighten it up for sure. Now they're back in some sort of formation. Stensness across to Rush. Not putting Eric Rush down either. Good strong run by Rush. Had to stop. Now Larson. Still working it across to the far corner. Larson's all over the park tonight. Rush goes again. Pass sails out to Berry. Clark. Almost intercepted. Howarth. Away for Rush again. Eric Rush 3 times in the move. And the whistle went for the ball being knocked forward. In fact, it's a free kick to the All Blacks. Deliberate knock on, maybe.
Yes, deliberate knockdown, but the All Black wingers say we're not going to stand out in the freezing conditions and not play with this ball. They're full of running. Clark bursting, some tremendous running from the All Black wingers. Rush coming back into the move, doubling round.
All Blacks go again, changing the direction of play. Barry gets through a couple of tackles. Sets it again. Or has he? No, they have lost it. And the kick made by Dawson. All Blacks just losing control of the ball at ruck time.
Yes, just a little loose there, not quite picking that ball up in support quick enough. Quick throw in.
Away they go again, trying to play the game at pace. Stensness. He puts the kick in this time. Challoner comes to meet it just out from the 22. It falls for Henderson. All Blacks hammering away here. Mark Allen goes straight up the middle. Sets it now for Preston. Quick change of direction. Stensness. They've got plenty of players out here. Clark. Ronnie Clark. First try of the tour for Ronnie Clark.
Brilliant try, Grant. Fuller running earlier in the movement, but there he sidestepped beautifully to step in and score a brilliant try. Preston was going to go to his left, then Bishop brought it back right. Stensness, and look at Clark's step. Firstly once, then twice, and again. Beautiful try, Clark.
Well, that's the sort of form we saw from Ronnie Clark for Auckland this season. So dangerous, so close to the line. Just kept stepping back in. Beautiful side steps, and another try. Shane Howarth from a handy position, and that's another 2 for the All Blacks, and that's a handy lead they have now. 17 points to 6, 8 minutes out from half-time.
Once again, the backs looking to join in with the forwards and move it around the field. Clark with some brilliant running, so strong on his feet, ability to beat a man at will. Great try.
Kick-off made once again. Again, the All Blacks not able to control it. Taken down by John Mallett. And the crowd, we've fair to say, none too happy.
Well, the crowd are none too happy, but the French referee thankfully says if you're going to lie in there, you've got to expect to take a bit of rucking. The ball goes with the New Zealand.
John Preston. Again, he'll pump it down the blind side, but this time the kick is straight to Challoner. Not a good one. He decides to have a run. Tackle made by Stensness, recovered though by Ajomo. Coming on the All Black side, they've one quick ball again. Berry whips it across again to Rush. Berry doubling round on the outside, gets away from Halford and puts a nice little kick in. And Challoner can only run it across the touchline. Marty Berry running freely tonight.
Yes, the backs are looking to get involved. Look for 2 players tonight, Clark and Stensness. With the doubt over Matthew Cooper injury-wise, it'll be interesting to see how both of these players come through this game.
About 6 minutes to go in the first half. Full line out this time for the All Blacks. Preston gets it again. Bishop away for Stensness. Again, Howarth is the extra man, showing good pace. Shane Howarth looks for a Ronnie Clark, finds him too. Now Henderson is there. All Blacks piling into this one. And they get it again too. Bishop. Berry. Runs it hard at the defence. Good strong tackle though made by Nick Beale. Good solid defence by the emerging players this time. And they can't get it back.
Yes, it was a tremendous tackle midfield by Nick Beale. But the All Blacks, if he hadn't have made it, the All Blacks would have gone in for another one, I'm sure.
Nick Beale in midfield as Matthew Dawson feeds. And the free kick this time goes to the England emerging players, quickly taken by Dawson, who's had a very good game indeed. Howarth comes up to meet it. Down for Challoner, inside his 22, under no pressure at all, and a good clearing kick. And he certainly increased in confidence as the game has gone on.
Yes, he has. He had a sluggish start, missing the early penalties. But he punts the ball beautifully. Challoner, if he gets a bit of space to move, kicks the ball beautifully.
Hewitt. Didn't look too straight. Taken down by Henderson. Referee's going to let it go, though. So Preston, away for Basham. Stensness. Not such a good kick this time. Bit of a tussle over on this side of the field. Didn't come to much.
The two big number threes were having a bit of a go. Graham Purvis not quite sure what to do. He had the touch judge just watching him every move. He ended up getting tripped up and landing on his backside.
3 or 4 minutes out from half-time, and the referee's seen a bit of blood on Norm Hewitt's nose, and he wants him to get it cleaned up.
Now who's going to throw in?
Whistle's gone, and penalty against the All Blacks. Playing with 14 men at the moment. So Challoner.
The injury to Hewitt looks serious. The All Blacks won't want to have to put that man on the field.
Oh, the ball's in touch. Right down by the corner flag, just a couple of metres out. And now the crowd gets into gear as Norm Hewitt goes back onto the park. Just a few minutes out from half-time. It'll certainly be an opportune time for the emerging players to score points. The All Blacks equally will be trying to hold them out. 17-6 they lead. Kevin Dunn, big line-out this. And well dragged down by Sims. They're getting very close to the line. They're over the line. Can they get it down? Yes, they can.
Well, the arms of the English crowd go in the air. Fantastic take by Sims at the front of the line-out. Just caught the All Blacks snapping a little bit there. The big man, two-handed line-out take, goes across for the try. Have a look at it. He goes back on the ball, brings it down, holds it up. The power comes in from behind, drives him across the line. Great try for emerging players.
Referee in good position to see it. Dave Sims has scored only the 4th try against the All Blacks on the tour. Dean Ryan getting attended to. And meantime, Paul Challoner will attempt to add the extra 2. No good. So 17 points to 11. And a few minutes out from half-time. Let's have another look. Magnificent leap. And then they just drove him over the line. The referee was in good position and said, yep, eventually that's a fair try. Shane Howard then with the restart. That'll give the emerging players some degree of confidence as Dawson waits. And Cat makes the kick, and it's a good kick too.
Yes, it's been a good first half from the emerging players. They've been competitive. They've missed a couple of shots at goal. They're really keen to take on this All Black side tonight.
Taken down by Dean Ryan. Dawson tried to flick it out as far as Hull. Clark makes a big tackle on him. Now Sheesby, straight at Basham. Well, they're playing with some real heart. And a little Matthew Dawson, he's had a marvellous first half. Whistle's gone again. Free kick. Stephen Basham, 10 metres out from his own 22. Time must be almost up for half-time. Basham, in fact, has kicked it out, and that is the end of the first 40 minutes of the game. And the All Blacks lead at the break by 17 points to 11. Second half then about to get underway. 17 points to 11 as Mike Catt kicks out, and nicely taken down by the All Blacks, who've scored 2 tries to 1 in the first half. Preston works it back for Basham, standing inside his 22. And Stephen Basham's kick not in touch, taken by Paul Hull. He bangs it away downfield, and that's a pretty useful kick, is it? Yes, the flag has gone up.
Yes, the touch judge has got his flag up, just into touchdown there. It looked like a good start by the All Blacks, but Hull replied with a brilliant kick down the touchline. Really hammered the All Black side back inside their 22.
1 world of sport at Kingsholm in Gloucester. Very competitive match, this one. Norm Hewitt very much on defence. Beautiful take by Fromont, but lifting, says the referee. Monsieur Minet says he was lifted, Richard Fromont. Why you'd want to lift a bloke of 6'8", I don't know.
Well, he definitely got up in the clouds anyway.
So here they come. Rather intricate move. Ajomo hits the line hard, still going. Good solid charge. Now Kent, he wants to have a go. Again, aggressive defence by the All Blacks. Dawson. Still have the ball under control. 10 metres out, right in centre field. Ball still controlled, it would appear. Held in there, I think Dean Ryan's got it, number 8. Now they leave it for Dawson. Whips it across, Cat with a drop kick. And it's there. No, it's not. It's a penalty. It wasn't there at all. It's going to be a penalty.
Yes, the All Blacks out up offside. I think the drop kick definitely slid past the outside of the right-hand upright. Just see if we can pick it up on the screen now. Comes back to Cat. Close in. No, I think it just missed. Referee brings them back for the offside play.
Well, it won't matter probably, because the kick for Challoner is right out in front. No problems at all for Paul Challoner, his third penalty goal of the night. And it's 17 points to 14, and just 2 or 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, the close proximity of the crowd to the field is really giving the English side a lot of support.
Howard then with the restart. All Blacks had trouble controlling the ball from kickoffs. In fact, so of England, as John Mitchell charges off downfield, gets up and goes again. They're only 10 metres out. All Blacks replying quickly, as they showed they can do in the Scottish Test the other day. Now Basham, Stensness looking for a gap, but that's a big tackle made on him by Hopley. Now they need the loose ball, and they're going to get it too. Preston, back for Basham, lines himself up for the drop kick. Somebody touched it as it staggers towards the post. Now this should be a 5-metre scrum. Yes, it will be.
Yes, referee Mene very quick to call that one. Those backs of the emerging players very, very flat, right up on the advantage line, not giving the All Blacks any chance to attack at all. But here's a great opportunity from this scrum.
So Preston, Mitchell, Preston runs across into the gap, lobs it away for Howarth, and that's a lovely try. Perfectly worked move, and the try scored by Shane Howarth.
Brilliant try, Howarth. There was always going to be plenty of room if they went right. Finishes well, Shane Howarth. John Mitchell took it off the back. He gave Preston plenty of room. Preston lobbed it over Hull's head. Howarth runs in. Magnificent try.
Once again, the All Blacks show that ability to hit back immediately after the penalty, and the try scored out wide by Shane Howarth. Howarth with the opportunity to convert his own try. And what a kick.
Oh, brilliant kick from the sideline. Valuable extra points for the All Blacks.
24 points to 14. About 6 minutes gone in the second half. The drop out from Mike Catt. Beautifully claimed this time by Richard Fromont. 10 metres on the All Black side of halfway. Pressing straight ahead up the park. Finally its way for Preston. Basham. This one's angled away from Challoner, but it's in the end bounced nicely for him. And he kicks it away into the cool night air.
Yes, they'll have a bit of trouble finding that ball as it bounces across the roof of the stand on the far side. But great take from Fromont from that kickoff. Catt kicks it particularly high. I think the All Blacks having trouble seeing it in the night sky, but Fromont went high, brought it down. Basham puts the All Blacks in attack.
So Norm Hewitt winning a bit more line-out ball now. Preston, Basham, they kick again. Not such a good one, although it's bounced awkwardly this time for Challoner. And Eric Rush is coming very quickly here. Challoner will have to hurry, and he did. And the All Blacks now in a prime attacking position.
It's good play by the All Blacks. Good kick from Basham. Good chasing from Rush. Good pressure from Rush. Challoner really had to hurry.
Looking down the back for Paul Henderson. Won though by the emerging players. Good defensive line out to win. Dawson. Kick rather delayed that time by Catt. And John Preston almost charged it down. Referee wanted to say something. I think he said wait. And so they'll have to do it all over again.
Yes, the referee very keen to have that gap down the middle. Stop those players from stepping in.
6-2-3-1.
Bull Allen in the front, then Blair Larson behind him. Lobbing it towards Fromont. He couldn't get it that time, though. There's some big men in this emerging players team. Players like Sims and West. Good driving play here from the emerging players. And Dawson's going to make the kick. Doesn't look unlike John Preston, actually. Eric Rush gets up, claims it nicely. Can he free it, though? That's the question. 10-metre line, All Black territory. Not quite sure who's in possession of the ball at the moment. Certainly Blair Larson and Norm Hewitt somewhere near it.
I think the All Black side's going the right way, but whether they can free it, yes, they have.
Bashop's going to kick again. Challoner, oh, the bounce does him a bit. And he lobs the little one over the top. Henderson goes back. Feeds it away for Howarth. And Shane Howarth. And his kick will go dead. A little bit murky across on the far side of the field.
Yes, I don't know if it was me or it was the light, but I'm just starting to squint to see the players on the far side. It's getting a little dark way across the other side of the field.
In a very heavy fog in Gloucester all day, and really only lifted to some extent around about 5 o'clock this evening. Henderson makes a good tackle that time. 10 metres out from the 22. Way for Cat, working it inside the 22. And the kick slewing off the side of the boot. Being put under a bit of pressure, the emerging players now. All Blacks ahead by 24 points to 14.
Yes, it is good pressure from the All Blacks. They're really chasing.
Fremont goes straight ahead. Oh, good run here by Richard Fremont. Then he loses control of it. It went back, though. And he's got it back, too. And carry on once again. He wasn't offside. It was knocked back by an English player. But there is a penalty. And I think he indicated a bit of stomping there, perhaps.
Yes, I think the All Blacks got into John Mallett, who was lying in the way there. I think referee Mene said the body was too far away from the ball.
Clearing kick made by Challoner. Player from the Harlequins club. Yes, the referee just reiterating there that the body was too far from the ball. So, Kevin Dunn. All sorts of holding on the line out there. Now, you could go for both sides, I think.
There's nobody left the ground from that line out.
Bit of indecision as to what's going to happen here. It's a free kick, I think. John Mitchell just checking there with the referee. Bashop is going to pump it high. Close to the touchline. They're all charging through it 100 miles an hour. And a penalty. You can't tackle a man, but he's in the air. That's happened a few times on this tour.
Eric Rush saying I was going for the ball. Look at Eric Rush, really went in hard. It hit that man when he was in the air. Once again, emerging players have the opportunity to clear it away.
One World of Sport at the King's home ground in Gloucester. 11 minutes gone in the second half. 24 to 14. Fremont takes it in, having a good second half, Richard Fremont. Considering the serious injury he got just a week ago, he's having a vigorous game.
He is, Grant. He really looks as though he's enjoying it too. He's come on as the tour's progressed. Key man in that line out for the All Black pack.
Larson has control of it. Now Bull Allen has a charge. Up towards the 22 he goes. And the penalty this time against the England players. Diving down on top of the ball. Good charge there by Mark Allen. There's another one who's having a strong game.
Yes, this midweek side really coming into their own. There's a lot of spirit in the midweek team, Grant. They really, that forward pack's really come together. This is their big game. Really enjoying it.
Shane Howarth, 14 points in the game so far. This time he's drifting left. And it remains 24 points to 14. And about 14 minutes gone in the second half. Cat makes the dropout. Fromont again gets up very high indeed. Away goes Paul Henderson. Shovels it across to Ronnie Clark. Clark's been dangerous all night. Here he goes again. Good support from Liam Barry. Just near the 22. All Blacks drag it in. Larson hangs on. Bit of a scrap for it between Larson and Hewitt. And between the two of them, they knocked it on. Two blokes from the same team.
Yes, it was a great run from Clark down that wing. They need to get the ball to him more. Very elusive.
That's a wild pass. Cat going back. And he has to force. No real option there.
Well, that was a clean miss by Dawson. Didn't find Cat at all. Passed into no man's land. Cat struggled back. Had no option but to force it. Once again, will we see a move from the base of the scrum?
Loose forwards getting organised. Mitchell picks it up. Getting driven back, though. They're going to have to free it. Ball loose. Preston. Carried on by Hewitt. Now the All Blacks set it up close to the line. Very close. Now Preston. Players appear to be offside. Yes, they are. Hanging on the fringes of the ruck, and the referee spied it. Shane Howarth with a gift 3 points here.
Yes, it was All Black power close to the line. But just about every one of those English forwards was offside. There's one in there trying to pick it up. Referee calls for the penalty. These should be easy points for Howard.
Another penalty goal for Shane Howarth. 27 points to 14. The All Blacks lead. The restart. Again, the All Blacks not able to control it, but Preston gets a good bounce this time. Well, they really have struggled with the kickoffs.
Yes, I think a lot of it could be put down to the light, so they're having trouble picking it up. The fog just seems to be starting to move in a bit, Grant.
One World of Sport at the King's Home Ground in Gloucester. And another penalty. This time against the All Blacks for pushing. And this could be an opportunity for Challoner in a kickable position.
The accent of the French referee is interesting to listen to. He says you push it at the front at the beginning. You push it. There we see them all having a bit of a shove. The penalty goes up. He calls it well.
Challoner has landed 3 penalty goals so far, and this time he's away to the right. So the All Blacks breathe again. 27 points to 14, and Howarth lets rip with a long one downfield. Cat is outside his 22, so he can't look for the kick out on the full. They're going to have a go. Away it goes for the right wing three-quarter Halford. They've got themselves into real trouble here. The long dropout has certainly worked well for the All Blacks. They're just out from the 22, and if it doesn't emerge, then the All Blacks should get the scrum put in, but it may well come out. No, the whistle goes.
Well, Halford couldn't believe his bad luck as he met the whole All Black forward pack coming up the field.
John Preston. Again, Mitchell takes it out, and again the All Blacks concede the free kick. The ball not fed correctly. So it's a kick and chase. Howarth comes forward to meet it. Has good support from Hewitt. They're on the 10-metre line just about in All Black territory. Now Preston. Bashop. Kick for Rush to chase onto, but Challoner, the fullback, is back there. Waits for it to go inside the 22 and almost left it too long.
Yes, great play by the All Blacks. Firstly, Howarth doing it well, taking the high kick, setting it up, coming back blind, and Bashop looking for position on field.
Hewitt throws quickly. Untidy. Henderson has to go back. Did very well indeed. Now Preston down the blind side. Opportunity here for the All Blacks. Just had his ankle tipped and Mark Allen carries it on. Now Mitchell. All Blacks 20 metres out. Preston. Away for Bashop. Now Stensness runs it across. Big tackle made on him. Again the movement snuffed out in midfield. All Blacks have it again. Preston back to Bashop. Hewitt. Not much support for Big Norm. Up to the 22 he goes. Have to wait for someone else to arrive. In fact, it's Larson. All Blacks continue to win the rucks. Now they line out a bit better. Berry for Clark. Good solid defence again. Stensness. Bashop. Howarth again. The little kick. Now, which way will this bounce? Over the line it goes. Mitchell dives. No, whistle's gone.
I think the All Blacks a little unlucky there. Play continues though, Grant.
Quickly taken by Beale. Eric Rush going back. It was a late tackle. Late tackle called against Marty Berry. Well, the speed of the game still certainly starting to move along.
Some of those All Black forwards from attacking the line have to get their way back to the 22.
Well, it's going to be kicked downfield by Hull. Challoner at the moment is receiving attention, so they didn't bother with a penalty attempt.
John Mitchell very unlucky not to be awarded the try at the other end of the field. I think that ball might have just skipped past some of those English defenders.
He certainly looked to be first man there, didn't he? So Kevin Dunn looking down the back for Jomo, and he won it pretty well too, although it's untidy, and Henderson's managed to grab it off him. Good foraging play by Paul Henderson. John Preston having a much better game tonight, and he gets a penalty this time, but good work on the ground by Paul Henderson.
Yes, there's not too many players around better than Paul Henderson when it comes to that ball on the ground. We saw competing at the back of the line out there in the air. Just couldn't quite get his hands on it, but when it came to ground, Henderson in very quickly secured the ball for the Blacks.
Bashop spirals it away downfield. That's a lovely kick by Stephen Bashop. And the All Blacks go from inside their 22 down to the 10-metre line in emerging players territory. One world of sport. 23 minutes gone in the second half. Oh, Norm Hewitt throws it straight to the emerging players, Dave Sims. But it's going to work out for the All Blacks anyway. John Preston appears to be playing with a bit more confidence tonight. Maybe he likes this ground at Gloucester. Bangs it away downfield, close to the touchline. Well judged again. Bouncing infield. All Blacks have it again. Preston away for Bashop. Long one across for Howe. Too far, in fact. Has to backtrack. Got away from the first tackle. Hull missed him. And so Howth was able to recover. Looks to be pretty tight in there. And no sign of it coming back. And the All Blacks lose the ball.
Yes, it was definitely a rocket-like pass. It was fired out from Bashop, looking for Howarth. With all the All Black, there's a shot of how cold it is here. The pass was fired out by Bashop. Howarth struggling to pick it up, had to run back. There's a bit of huff and puff going in there. The steam is just really coming off the players.
Held by the emerging players. They've set a pretty good scrum this time. Ojomo struggling up towards halfway. He's had a lively game, Ojomo. All Blacks onto it quickly through Preston. But the ball was played on the ground by an All Black. And the penalty goes to the emerging players.
Challoner cribbed about a metre from that penalty and then took another 2 when he ran through to kick it.
(17-11) at half-time it was. 27-14 now. About 15 minutes remaining. Good clearance by Dawson away for Cat. But oh my word, the All Blacks got there quickly. Liam Barry was there first. But they managed to recover it by the looks of things. Dawson reaching in. Then he puts the little kick in. But he's kicked it too far. Well, he's had a lively game. In fact, both halfbacks have played well. They don't look dissimilar, do they?
No, very similar, but Dawson there would be better to move it. The opportunity now for the emerging players team is to really take it to the All Blacks and move them around. Play it as quick. They really need to score tries if they're going to upset this unbeaten record of the All Blacks.
Hewitt with the throw. Lovely leap by Fremont this time. Referee said it was fair. Crowd didn't agree. Preston, Bashop, Stensness with the left foot. Rush charging after it. And Rush in fact grabs it. Loose ball away for Berry. All Blacks getting there quickly. Henderson whips it back smartly away for Preston. Hewitt decides to move it on. Away for Howell standing wide. He makes the kick as Helford goes back. And what looked to be a fairly innocuous kick by Lee Stensness finished up being all right.
Yes, All Blacks unlucky. Rush nearly skipped away with it. Helford came across from the right wing to cover for the emerging players, but the All Blacks moving into a very good attacking position.
Fromont's jumped well in the second half. All Blacks win another one. Basham looking for Clark, who scored that first try. Now Stensness. Berry away for a rush. He's got one already tonight. Looked pretty elusive out on the left wing side. Stensness got there. Good control again. They take it back the other way. No, the drop kick from Basham, and it's there. The drop goal from Stephen Basham increases the All Blacks' advantage to 30 points to 14.
Yes, the option was good from Basham. The players were up flat. The All Blacks once again have the ability to set it and get it back quickly. Rush once again, running well down the left wing, sets it, stays in field, gets it back to Stensness. Then it comes back once again to Preston. Basham sees it, the backs are up flat, so he just hammers it between the sticks for 3 more points.
From the kickoff. Ball lost forward as Ajomo makes another charge. He's looked very good with the ball in hand. There's Steve Ajomo. Preston feeds. Basham puts the kick in behind, or in fact he tried to put it in behind Halford. And Halford not prepared to take on the All Blacks this time, kicks it out. Paul Halford, the man who replaced Philip de Glanville in that match at Redruth. A 16-point advantage for the All Blacks. About 10 minutes left in the game. Wild tap once again. Allen has to go down on it for the All Blacks. Just out from the 22, handed it back well. But, in fact, there was a knock-on.
The tap came off the top from Fromont, winning a lot of ball for the All Blacks, but that time a little untidy. Allen did well going back.
Trapped by Ryan. And offside against the All Blacks. Hello, it's all on again. Been a couple of little flare-ups in this game. Liam Barry involved. Mild-mannered fellow. Play goes on quickly. 18 metres out from the All Black line. Emerging players looking for another try, but they've got a penalty instead. So they can go again. Quickly put on the mark by Cat. Dawson looking for a gap through near the All Black ruck. Now it's away for the hooker, Kevin Dunn. Again, solid defence by the All Blacks. Comes now for Dawson. Cat almost got through the gap. He had Halford beside him, hammering away at the All Blacks defence. Dawson again. Now it's away for Hockley, the big fellow. Able to stand in the tackle, but can he get the ball back? No, the All Blacks are penalised again. Offside, says the referee. So they still have to withstand the pressure.
Yes, a desperate defence by the All Blacks, really making those tackles. Emerging players hammering the line. Will they have another go?
Well, they might as well. There's about 8 minutes left.
The crowd's definitely behind them. What can Dawson do?
Looking for some of the big runners. Gives it away to, in fact, John Mallett, the prop forward. As the All Blacks file in, make the tackles. And the English side penalised for charging in over the top. Something the All Blacks have been accused of a bit on this tour.
Just shows you what sort of spirit there is in this midweek All Black side. Defence like that, not going to let the emerging players cross their line.
So Basham with the clearing kick, and it's out. 30 points to 14. 1-0 to Sport at Kingsholm and Gloucester. About 7 minutes remaining in this game. Blair Larson has done a sterling job at number 2. And there he goes again. Magnificent leap by Larson. Kick made again by John Preston. Rush coming, and he really is rushing this time. And he gets there to make the tackle. And that's good play. 3 players involved. Larson, Preston and Rush.
Yeah, great kick there. Oh, it's all on down here now. A great kick there from Preston. Put it high. Unnecessary stuff there over the line. Minay says penalty. Stop the pushing. Get back 10 metres.
That's a nice looking punt from Paul Challoner, and so the emerging players go back onto the attack. About 6 minutes left in the game, and boy, wouldn't they like to score another try.
Yes, it's been a cold night here, but the spirit's been high from the emerging players. They'd love a try to finish with.
Another penalty, a couple of balls on the field, have we? No, just the one. No, we've got 2. Now, we'll use one of them. So we'll start again. Penalty. Put on the mark by Matthew Dawson. Away for Cat. Ojomo working again. Cat showing that he likes to run at the defence, but again the gap closes quickly. It's come back again though for Dawson. Now it's away for Hopley. Big striding player, Hopley. He's got support. Challoner. Paul Challoner gets the try.
Great try by emerging players. They've been wanting to run. That time they did it. The big man Hopley made the break. Challoner finished off. It came quickly. For one of the few times in the match, it came quickly to Hopley. He straightened up the defence, really made a hole through the middle, and Challoner came through on the inside. The wee pop pass, and he was in for the points.
That was a beautiful break by Hopley. He's played a few times against the All Blacks. This is the first clean break that he's made, but it was an incisive one. Good support in field and a well-deserved try for Challoner. And Hull's kick is away. 30 points to 19 and about 5 minutes remaining.
He ran hard and straight, didn't he? The big man set it up for Challoner. Good points for emerging players.
Kick-off taken.